Imagine discovering a place where airplanes are not welcome, boats are chased away with arrows, helicopters are attacked with spears, and stepping onto the beach could cost you your life. This isn't the plot of a movie. It isn't a forgotten civilization from thousands of years ago. This place exists today, right now. Hidden in the Indian Ocean lies one of the most isolated islands on Earth, North Sentinel Island, home to a tribe that has rejected the modern world for thousands of years. No tourists, no hotels, no roads, no electricity, no internet, no contact, and perhaps that's exactly how they want it. Scientists estimate that between 50 and 200 people live on the island. No one knows the exact number. Nobody has ever completed a proper census. Nobody has ever mapped the island from the ground. Almost everything we know comes from a distance. The Sentinelese are believed to have lived there for tens of thousands of years. Think about that for a moment. When the pyramids were built, their ancestors were already living there. When the Roman Empire rose and fell, they remained on their island. When Europe entered the Industrial Revolution, nothing changed for them. While the rest of humanity raced towards cities, machines, and satellites, they continued living almost exactly as their ancestors had for thousands of years. The outside world simply passed them by. The first serious attempts to contact them happened during the British colonial period. Explorers landed on the island hoping to study its inhabitants. Instead, they were met with hostility, arrows, spears, silence. The message was clear: leave. Unfortunately, not everyone listened. In the late 19th century, British officer Maurice Portman captured several islanders and brought them away from their home. The experiment ended in tragedy. The elderly captives quickly became ill and died. The children were eventually returned to the island. Historians believe this event may have reinforced the tribe's distrust of outsiders, and with good reason. People living in complete isolation have almost no immunity to diseases common everywhere else. A simple cold that barely slows you down could wipe out an entire isolated population. Sometimes the greatest danger isn't a weapon, it's a handshake. Decades later, India attempted peaceful contact. Anthropologists approached the island with gifts, coconuts, bananas, metal tools. Sometimes the islanders accepted them. Sometimes they fired arrows instead. No one could predict their reaction. One photograph became famous around the world. A Sentinelese warrior stood on the beach, drawing his bow toward a helicopter flying overhead. It perfectly captured the relationship between two worlds. One carrying cameras, the other carrying arrows, neither willing to trust the other. Then came one of the most powerful natural disasters in modern history. In 2004, a massive tsunami devastated large parts of the Indian Ocean. Entire cities disappeared. Hundreds of thousands of people died. The world feared the Sentinelese had been wiped out. The Indian government sent helicopters to check for survivors. As one helicopter approached, a man walked out of the jungle. He wasn't waving for help. He wasn't asking for food. He raised his bow and fired an arrow at the aircraft. It was perhaps the greatest survival message ever delivered. We're still here. The world finally knew. They had survived. Years later, another story shocked international headlines. In 2018, an American missionary named John Allen Chau illegally traveled to North Sentinel Island. He believed he could introduce Christianity to the Sentinelese. Despite repeated warnings from the Indian government, he hired fishermen to bring him close to shore. He paddled toward the island alone. He never came back. According to the fishermen, they later saw islanders dragging his body across the beach. His death reignited a difficult debate. Was he a courageous missionary, or had he ignored the wishes of a people who had made their position clear for centuries? Today, the Indian government enforces a strict exclusion zone around North Sentinel Island. No tourism, no research expeditions, no curiosity trips, no contact. The Sentinelese are left alone. Not because they are dangerous, but because history has shown that contact might destroy the very thing that makes them unique. And perhaps that's the greatest lesson this island teaches us. For hundreds of years, the modern world believed every unexplored place should be explored. Every isolated culture should be studied. Every mystery should be solved. North Sentinel Island quietly asks a different question. What if the greatest act of respect is simply leaving someone alone? Some mysteries don't need to be conquered. Some stories don't need an ending. And somewhere, beyond the blue waters of the Indian Ocean, a small island continues living exactly as it has for thousands of years, completely unaware that the rest of the world can't stop thinking about it.